So what is a woman?
Dude, I don't know. That one's hard. I know that's your line, and I think that's hard to say, man. I don't know.
But
what do you think is a woman?
Well, a woman is an adult female with XX chromosomes. It's not difficult, right?
I
It's always been that way.
disagree. I don't think so.
But if you disagree, why? But then what is your alternative?
Oh, I don't know.
So you disagree without an alternative?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's a fair thing to say.
But you disagree, but you must have some opinion. What is your opinion of what a woman is?
I really don't know. I think it's a gender. I think it's a gender more than a sex. I think sex is female, and then woman is like gender. Yeah. That's what I would say.
A civilization that can't define very basic biological terms and stay close to them is a civilization in moral chaos.
I disagree heavily, and I originally wanted to come up here and maybe troll, but I actually have a genuine question for you. Why is it that you are in strong support of religious values being instilled as American values?
By what standard do you think we should live by?
Standard in the country? Live by?
Just as humanity, what should we say is good or evil, and where should we get that from?
I think that we should have a set amount of values that come from what we as a society kind of create, and that can be contributed by a mix of different religions and perspectives and opinions, which is why I disagree with the instillment of a specific religion.
Christianity, as we know it, is the greatest moral ethic. And these are things you agree with. You know, love the stranger, help others, have justice.
Love thy neighbor.
Yeah, love thy neighbor as yourself, like Leviticus 19, right? These are beautiful teachings. In fact, they're so beautiful that you think that they're common, when in reality the rest of the world doesn't always have them. Even freedom of speech and natural rights and charity to the lesser, these are all Christian values. The most important book in my life, of which all truth stems from, is the Bible. Correct. What is your most important book?
The Right-Wing Revolution by Charlie Kirk.
Without the troll, though, but it's important because at some point you have to appeal to something. You have to have a rule book. Every species, all human beings need a rule book for life. We tell you what our rule book is. I know it's like putting you on the spot, but think about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a rule book, you're lying to yourself. Everybody has a rule book you live by. You just got to tell us what it is.
Fair enough.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you, man. Think about that, okay?
I am Poppy. I'm an ex-sex worker. She, her pronouns. I think that the system for trans people to get hormonal therapy is pretty messed up because there's a lot of people who lie their way through therapy and then they end up regretting it in the future.
Can we agree and have common ground maybe that minors should not be able to receive those drugs?
I think hormonal blockers should be legal no matter what. Hormonal therapy, I think it's much more debatable.
My position is that we should not give children something when they might be in a phase that could be irreversibly damaging to them. And if a kid is in a certain phase, especially a young lady, because 75% of all trans youth that receive hormonal therapy are young women, that we should probably say, hey, this is more of a brain issue than a body issue, and let's try to do counseling, let's try to do cognitive behavioral therapy, not try to say that we're going to butcher you irreversibly. Thank you, Poppy.
Just to clarify, I'm not a very big fan. Do you think that this platform or this discussion of politics in this way is useful? Because just coming from it, you are a professional, that this is your job, you walk around doing this, and so you just have more facts readily available that aren't necessarily verifiable. So it's kind of hard to argue a point whether it's right or wrong and whether or not you have the equipment to do so if you just automatically have points that we can't really verify.
You guys are welcome to bring phones or notes or phone a friend.
Well, yeah, but
You could bring a professor, too.
That's a good point.
No, go bring a professor. Bring two. Bring the whole. I'll debate them all.
Okay.
Go find a professor, bring them down, and let's debate whatever you want.
Okay.
I do think this is effective. Look at the crowd we've already assembled.
Right.
And I think that free speech is a bedrock of American society, and to be able to pursue truth and find out where we agree or disagree or have my assumptions challenged. On this campus, especially, it is a predominantly homogenous left-wing campus, especially amongst the professors, and to have a conservative be able to sit here and take adversarial questions, I think it also gives confidence to other conservatives here on campus to speak up when they might hear something they disagree about, or give them conviction to maybe say, hey, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
And so I think that has a lot of value.